the breaker. I'm breaking down exactly why and what most people get wrong tonight in tonight's live stream. Welcome back to Fabian Electrical Services. Today we're talking about breaker problems, overloads, and why current fails, why circuit fails. If you've ever had a breaker trip and didn't know why, this life is for you. Drop your questions in the chat. I'll answer them live tonight. So again, welcome back to the live stream tonight. Thank you guys all for tuning in to the live stream. Again, I'm a little bit under the weather tonight. So again, who here has a breaker that keeps tripping? So we're going to start off with overloads. And overloads are most commonly an issue when your breaker is going to trip. Why? It's because most people tend to overload their circuit. And when you overload your circuit, normally what happens is your breaker is going to trip. Why is it going to trip? Because you have too many circuits on the same breaker. You have too many stuff going on the same device. That's why normally when we're planning out our circuits, we always account for what we need. And what that means is, let's say you want a TV. Let's say you want one of those built-in fireplace. You're going to pull in separate circuits to allow your circuit to not overload, to stay within that 80% rule. And that is the issue. A lot of us tend to forget about the 80% rule. What the 80% rule is, what it does is it protects the circuit. It protects the breaker. It allows the breaker to trip when there's an emergency that's happening. So without you, with you overloading your circuit, you're going to always have a tripping. Again, guys, don't forget to like up the live stream. Very important. So overloading is very important. Avoid the overloading. The unnecessary overloading doesn't make sense. Too many devices on one circuit. Why would we have too many devices on one circuit? The code rule states a minimum of 8 to 9 devices per circuit. Zayden B60, thank you for checking in to the live stream. Again, don't forget to like up on the live stream. And if you're not a subscriber, you can also subscribe to the channel. For all those who are not subscribed to the channel, you can subscribe to the channel. And you can also make sure your notification is turned to all. That way you receive all my notifications when I go live. So overloading is a major cause for breakers tripping. So to avoid that, Mark Gabriel, blessed night. Blessed night to you, Mark Gabriel. Again, thank you for tuning in to tonight's live stream. Again, also, if you guys haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notifications is turned to all. And again, who here has a breaker that keeps tripping? You can drop it in the. You can drop your comment in the comment section. Also, you can drop your comments in the comment section. I will be answering live tonight. So too many devices on one circuit is a major issue also. So avoid cramming too many devices on one circuit. always try to have your circuits laid out accordingly. Always try to plan your routes accordingly. That's where the continuous load comes into play. The continuous load, again, the 80% rule states that you're supposed to have 20% left over, and that 20% left over is vital for the installation. Um, so too many devices. You could be mixing washroom plugs, lighting plugs, all of these mixtures of stuff. Those cause issues. Avoid mixing up your receptacles and lighting circuit. I find that the load difference is a lot different. Even your bathroom receptacle, even your bathroom fan, also having a bathroom fan on the lighting circuit with a GFI is also mixing circuits, and you're going to see that your light's going to start to flicker. So you are entering the overload process there. So to avoid that, simply just go ahead and pull in your own circuits. Um, Up yourself, Frynet. Thank you for checking into the live stream. So again, too many. So again, if you guys find that I find a little bit hoarse tonight, I am under the weather, so it's not going to be a long live stream. So I'm going to try to go as long as I can. It's the same thing as last week live stream, where I'm extremely sick here, but I will try to carry on with the live stream here. Um, yes, Friday. I'm trying to get well, man. This thing is it's knocked me out for over a week now, man. Um, but it's all good. I'm trying to get better now, and I do have to continue with the live streams as planned. So that's why I'm doing the live stream tonight. So too many devices on one circuit. Don't mix lighting with receptacles. I try to avoid that at all times. Reason, because of past experience, mixing lighting and receptacles is a no-no. You're asking for issues. You're going to see the flickering, and also when it comes to inspection, the inspector in my area has a major issue with that, because if you have 8 devices with your receptacles, you can only have about four pot lights on that circuit. So they're very strict with that, and that's why I try to avoid mixing circuits. I try to stay within lighting with lighting, plugs with plugs, washroom with washroom, kitchen circuits all on its own. The way I do my layout, there's nothing supposed to come back with any issues when I'm all said and done. I don't want the hassle, so that's normally what I do. Again, continuous load, that's the 80% rule. Again, very, very important. Um, Good night, Kim. Same first time I've seen that laughing disco. Again, thank you for the laughing disco. Also, I'd like to thank Zayden, Mark Gabriel, Frynet, Kim Wifey for Life, for all checking in to the live stream tonight. So again, I'm not doing this live stream off of the StreamYard tonight. I'm just going straight through YouTube here tonight to see how it works with the live stream. So common mistakes that I see on job sites. Common mistakes I see on job sites. Heaters, space heaters. Yes, you know those space heaters that you guys will go and buy from the store, and you decide to hook it up to any and every circuit. Well, that can become a hazard, because reason being is space heaters, they draw a lot, and Friday, I do videos, but the problem is I'm following a schedule. So I do a live stream. I do a live stream and I do a video and I do shorts. So I could also do a premiere also, but I don't have the strength to make a premiere right now, a video. So that includes me sitting down and making a premiere and doing a video. But hopefully next week I'll be fine. This has been going on for the last 2 weeks now. So um, hopefully I'm praying that I do get rid of whatever I have here. Um, Again, common mistakes. Space heaters on the same circuit. Avoid that. Avoid having space heaters on the same circuit. Why? Space heaters normally draw a lot. Space heaters also can overheat. Space heaters also is the #1 cause of fires. So mixing up space heaters, for instance, here in Canada, so for instance, here in Canada, space heaters, you get a lot of fires over here. People using them wrong. So there have been some incidents where there have been fires and stuff like that. Most people use them in basements and stuff like that. To try to keep themselves warm, but they don't really know that the danger of them. Um, a space heater should have its own circuit. It should have its own circuit, a space heater. So keep in mind when you are pulling in your circuits, if you are pulling in your circuits, have your space heater, have a space heater, a dedicated circuit for your space heater. And what a dedicated circuit is a line going back to the panel dedicated for the space heater alone. Most space heaters works off of two poles. You do get some that works off of 120 volts, but again, always try to make sure you have one circuit. Um, Big up yourself, Classic. Blessings on Fabian. You're one of the real ones. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Classic. Thank you for the donation. Also, a long time I haven't seen you. Again, thank you for stopping in and supporting the channel. So again, I'm going to try to get through the live stream. I got about another 40 minutes here. So again, space heaters, avoid having them on the same circuit. Have them on its own. That's what they are for. Dedicated circuits. If you have your space heaters on a dedicated circuit, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong. It's always going to be, that point in your head where you're going to say, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk. I'm going to risk taking the space heater and putting it on another circuit or plugging it into your basement receptacles." And what's going to happen is your basement receptacles have a lot of circuits already hooked up together, and you're now going to turn that into an overload, and it's going to trip or it's going to burn. One of the two, and most times the space heater will burn the circuit. So again, avoid all of that unnecessary stuff when it comes to the space heater. Yeah, definitely, classic. Again, thank you for tuning in to the live stream. Again, I don't get too much traffic in here. I just do my live stream, and that's about it. But again, thank you for stopping in to the live stream and supporting the channel tonight, classic. Also, thank you for the donation towards the channel. Kitchen overload. Kitchen overload is another major issue also. Why I say kitchen overloads? A couple of weeks ago, I had an issue where I was called to a job. Fabian, what about doing some? Oh, okay. I think that's there. Um, so again, kitchen overloads. Kitchen overloads is another major issue. And what happened was I went over to this job and they decided to take the drywall off. And behind the drywall, they had everything taped up, which is a big code violation. And not only is it a code violation, it's also a hazard. Also, it's also a fire waiting to happen because it's not in a box. And that box, what that box does is when you have your wires inside of a box, most people don't know and they're not aware. When you do have your wires inside of a box, which is by code, if anything is going to happen, it's going to nick the box and it's going to arc it out. That's what the box is there for. The box is simply there to protect the circuit. So again, um, and then you have a lot of times you'll see the overloading of the circuit, the kitchen circuits. You'll have the kitchen counter receptacles should always be on its own. A lot of times you'll see guys have the dishwasher with the microwave, or you'll see them have the fridge with a kitchen outlet. You know, that's not how the code is designed. The code is designed again that the code book, the code rule for that is right out of 2600, I believe, something like that, where it tells you the rules in there. It tells you if you have your sink, you should have a certain amount of receptacles. So it goes off of measurements and so on. So what a lot of guys do is they probably don't know the measurements, so they get confused and they decide to just hook everything up, not knowing that kitchen circuits should be on its own. It shouldn't be split with anything else. Um, your kitchen counter receptacles on its own. Um, if you have a kitchen counter receptacle, more than likely you're going to have two or three solid feeds in the kitchen, depending on how big the kitchen counter is. You're going to also have a fridge receptacle. You're going to also have a dishwasher, microwave, hood fan, all of those things. They're all going to be on its own. So keep that in mind. Um, Another major issue also that I see common mistakes is extension cords. Extension cords. Now, there's nothing wrong with using extension cords. They just have to be the proper extension cords. And when I say proper extension cords, they have to be rated. Rated. The heavy duty extension cords, they cannot be hanging on the floor. If you can avoid hang if you can avoid running your extension cords on the floor, avoid that. What you can do is simply tuck it onto the wall, make sure that it's secure, clip to the wall. Hello. um, Tap on the screen if you guys can hear me. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to if you wanna, if you know how many people. Sorry about that. My screen went down and I had to try to figure it out. I haven't used YouTube in a while here. So again, sorry about that, you guys. But I'm back up. But I'm back up. I'm back up. Again, I'm going to continue the live stream. How come? So again, where I left off here. Sorry about that, guys. For all those who are tuned in to the live stream. Again, thank you guys all for checking into the live stream. It's kind of hard on my eyes here, guys. But again, we're going to continue here. Extension cords. Um, extension cords. Uh, that's where I left off. Sorry, that's not where I left off. I left off at overloading circuit situations and so on. Um, Overloading circuit situations is very dangerous for the homeowner. Also, the homeowner, you don't want the homeowner to get up in the morning with overloading of the circuit and so on. So keep that in mind. Overloading of the circuit. Keep that in mind, guys. Again, I'm a little bit under the ladder tonight, guys. So I'm going to go another 15 minutes here before I end the live stream. I cannot do a long live stream. So again, for all those who tuned in to the live stream tonight, again, Classic stopped in with a donation. He said, blessings, Honor Fabian. You're one of the real ones. Keep up the great work. Um, and then you have a couple messages here. Zayden didn't leave a message. Mark Gabriel said, blessed night. Friday night said, up. Get well, fam. Keep giving knowledge about electrical something different, um, and so on. So he asked me, Fabian, what about doing some videos instead of the lives? I guess that's referring to me being sick, and I replied with because of the amount of time it takes to do a video. It's not like before I could say I, I would take a short time to do videos. Now it's different. I have to edit videos, so it takes me a while. I have to record. I have to. There's so much involved, so it takes me a while to do videos. So I can just come out here and struggle through with the night, do the live stream and get it over with. Or, like he suggests, I can do a premiere also. I'm hoping this is the second week. It will be done by next week. I'll be back to normal. Um, but it has been a struggle here for me. Again, thank you guys all for tuning in to the live stream tonight. Um, no, no. Again, so I've been on many jobs where you'll see a lot of problems going on. It's hard to pick up every single issue in the home. If you don't know what's going on, it's very hard unless the homeowner tells you what's going on. That's the only time that you will be able to figure it out. Um, so again, and when it comes to troubleshooting, I'm just going to show you what I use on the job. It helps me a lot, and you know, it's been a great little tool. There's about 4 parts to it. I'm going to start off with the simple part, and this is simply a transmitter, um, a KT301P Kiwi transmitter. And how this works is, as you can see, it's pretty big. And once I turn this on here, for all those who are tuned in, it's got your line and neutral on it. It's got, it will tell you your voltage eventually when it's plugged in to the receptacles. Again, how I discovered, it will tell you your line and load on here. It's a Kiwi breaker finder tester, and what it does is it allows you to test your circuits pretty fast. Again, there's another tool to this, and as you can see, it has a test here. You can test it. This green light here simply tells you that it's good. This red light here simply tells you that it's no good. And how it operates is, it's got the receiver. This is the receiver, and once you turn them both on together, you will see a signal that's going to pop up here. It's like a Wi-Fi signal communicating back to this, and once you scan it on the panel, you will pick it up. This will turn red. That means you've identified the right circuit. Again, for all those who hasn't seen the videos, you can head over to my YouTube channel after the live stream. You can go on the tools. I have it on the tools, and you will see I have a couple videos, I think about 10 or 12 videos with the breaker finder tester. Great tool to use. So again, this is just a quick demo. Then we're going to go into live Q&A for all those who want to drop their comment in the comment section. You can drop your comment in the comment section. And then here you have the light bulb socket. Now I find this is pretty handy. Why is this pretty handy? Because you can simply screw this into the light bulb. If you do have a light bulb and you're trying to troubleshoot it at home, you can simply screw this into the light bulb. And again, what does happen is, once you click this in like that and you screw it into the light bulb, again, this is one of those old-fashioned light bulbs with the twist on. You screw this in, you turn this on, and you go to the panel and you scan. It's going to give you the same result as a receptacle. The same result as a receptacle is going to give you. So again, this is the package that it comes with. It comes with everything in one. It's a Kiwi breaker finder. And again, I believe the link is pinned in the comments section, or the link is pinned under the description. So I'm also going to show you another tool, which is pretty important here. So again, what this is this is a leader in, and this is what we call when you have your wires that are stripped to the end, and let's say you're roughing in. Oh, I didn't see Classic's stuff here. I'm sorry, buddy, Classic. If you know how many people want to use. Fabian, just a suggestion. If you can pull examples of the topic you're talking about, that would be great. Don't know if that. Yes, Classic. If you can pull examples of the topic you're talking, I do it. Classic, but because I'm not on the StreamYard tonight, normally when I do go live stream on the StreamYard, I will have major points that I'm talking about pulled up on the screen. But however, tonight I decided to go through YouTube and not StreamYard. So that's why you're not seeing it on the screen. There's only so much I can do through YouTube. But normally, yes, classic. That's what I normally do. I'll put a bulletin, I'll put a highlight on the screen itself. That way people can follow along with me. Let's say when I do go live Q&A, I will put up a banner saying live Q&A. That way people know what's going on, where we've the topic we're at, and so on. So yes, I do that, classic, yes. But however, like I said, I can't do it tonight because I am going through YouTube tonight, and it's kind of hard to do that on YouTube. And when I do go back through StreamYard, I will do that. But for now, because I'm on YouTube, it's kind of hard to do that. So again, what this, for all those who are tuned in, if you don't know, so this is a Kiwi breaker finder, okay? Kiwi breaker finder. Again, this is what I use on job sites. I use many more different ones, but this one makes a lot of sense for me. And what this is it's a leader in. If you have your wires stripped at the end and you want to troubleshoot your wires also, this works the same way also, which is, I'm going to show you guys who are tuned in. I did do a demo of this in one of my videos where I simply plug this in to the transmitter, and what I do is I'll take the wires that are at my box, and if the wires are there at the box and they're stripped already, I simply click these on to the end, and I go to the panel and I simply scan this, and it's going to find the breaker for me using these leads. So that's the beauty about this tester here. So again, that is just a short on the breaker finder. So again, for all those who are tuned in, if you do want to drop a comment, if you do want to drop your comments now, you can drop your comments right now. Again, this is live Q&A right now. Again, yes, classic. I have changed from when I met you a long time ago. I remember I was doing videos left, right, and center, and you told me, you said, Fabian, why don't you watch those other YouTubers that are in your field? And I didn't understand what you meant, classic. But as time went by, I kind of figure out what you meant, and I stopped doing videos here and there. That's why you see me right now. My stuff is a lot structured. That's why you see I do one live stream per week. I do one video per week, and I do a couple shorts per week. That's the max. Not like before, where I was all over the place. So again, classic. Thank you for that advice from a long time ago. I mean, to you it might not seem like it meant a lot, but to me it meant a lot because now I know what you meant when you were telling me about it, and I did my research, and I was able to come back and kind of fix what I was doing wrong on the channel. So again, thank you for the info that you gave me a couple months ago. So again, guys, this is a live Q&A, and again, you can For those who are tuned in, you're tuned into Fabian Electrical Services Inc. And what I do here is I do an electrical channel. I do run videos and so on. I do run shorts. I do live streams. At some point, I will start to drop back the link once my channel is built up a certain way that I need to get it to. I will drop the link again. I'm just going through the process here, trying to have the channel structure a little bit better. But again, for those who are tuning in to the live stream, this is a live Q&A right now. You can drop your comments. I will answer your questions live tonight. You can drop anything you want to ask right now, and I will um, answer them tonight. Again, I am under the weather, so I'll give it about five minutes or so. If I don't see any comments or anything like that, I will I will take it as it's a little bit more time for me to go and rest. But I will stay on the live for another couple of minutes. And again, when it comes to electrical, guys, always have the mindset of, just because you don't see electrical doesn't mean that nothing can go wrong. Many things can go wrong. Um, it's always best to be alert. And for instance, me right now, I'm not 100%. I'm not even 40%. But for me to go to work like this is a no-no because my head's not there. My reflex is slow. My movement is slow, and that's when injuries happen. That's when you can lose your life when it comes to electrical. So when you see that I'm in a situation like this, I try to avoid working because I need my strength to get back out there in order to be working at 100%. Again, one mistake can end it all, right? So, you showing up on the job, you're sick, you're down, your body is cold, you're feverish, you're slow, your approach is slow, whatever the case may be, um, that could be a result of something bad that's about to happen. So that's why I'm saying when you are in a situation and you are sick and you don't need to go out there, try to avoid it because electrical is nothing that you want to play with. You always want to try to be on the safe side to make it back home. Again, that's what it's all about, making it back home at the end of the day, right? Again, for me, 20 plus years in the field, making it back every day is a blessing, and it's something that I want to keep going. That's why you see most ele- most electricians don't take shortcuts. Shortcuts is a no-no for us. Reason being is shortcuts can lead to major stuff, right? Bad stuff can happen when you take shortcuts. A lot of people think shortcuts. Hey, I'm going to take this shortcut. It's going to get the job done faster. No, it doesn't mean that. Shortcut simply means that you're just trying to rush the job. Um, and when you rush the job, you end up causing more damage than anything else. And I've always believed that taking your time on a job site is wiser and more efficient than rushing the job. Uh, reason being is reason being is you have enough time to do what you need to do. If you plan your day out accordingly, you can get the job done accordingly. So shortcuts, it's not in my vocabulary. I don't. It's not something that I like, and it's not something that I suggest to others to do, especially when it comes to electrical field. Again, why I say that is because you know there can be many mistakes that you can make, which one could include livening up a box, livening up metal that's beside you without you even knowing that, right? There's so many different things that can go on, and that's why when you have a sickness, it's best to just take it easy and avoid overworking yourself. For instance, right now, if I work or if I walk, I can only walk 30 minutes or and then I get tired and then I want to sit. So again, that's the difference between a smart between a smart person, a smart licensed person, or a smart person who works to a person who just wants to get the job done. It's a big difference. Um, so again, this is supposed to be a live Q&A. But I do find that I am chipping away here. Again, I am chipping away to kill some time here. Um, but again, I believe that I've given you guys a little bit of value for tonight's live stream. Again, like I said, I didn't go off of StreamYard tonight. I came straightly off of YouTube, and I wanted to try out and see how it will go on YouTube tonight. Again, for all those who hasn't subscribed to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, if you do subscribe to the channel, don't forget to make sure your bell notification is turned to all. That way you will receive all my notifications if I do go live, if I do when I do drop my videos or I do drop my shorts. Again, my videos, I do drop them on Mondays for all those who are interested in my content. I do drop my videos on Mondays, and I do my live streams every Wednesday. So that's why I came out to do the live stream today, because it's what I do every week, and I needed to continue the process of what I'm building here, so I can keep going. So I didn't want to break it, and that's why I did the live stream tonight. So again, if your breaker keeps tripping, don't ignore it. Fix the load. Again, I also posted video breaking this down step by step. You can check it out on my channel. If you do go over to my channel, you will see under tools and review, you will see that's where you're going to find the breaker finder tester tool being work is under my playlist, under my YouTube channel, and you can also check out my other videos that I also posted on there. So again, um, Appreciate everyone who joined the live stream tonight. Again, appreciate Zayden, Zayden dash B60, Mark Gabriel, Frynet. Again, Frynet stops in every now and then on the channel. Again, big up yourself, Frynet. Thank you for stopping into the live stream tonight. Kim Wifey for Life also stops in on the channel a lot also. So again, thank you for stopping into the live stream and also giving me the support. Again, it's just me out here doing the content. So, you know, I am out here alone doing my content. So whenever I do get the support, I will take it. Again, it's just me out here. I'm stuck in the electrical field. It is my field, so I have to know what I'm doing. But when I do get the support, I'm not going to turn it down. So again, um, thank you guys for stopping in. Also, Classic, also, um, thank you for stopping in to the live stream. Also, thank you for dropping a donation towards the channel today also. Um, I don't understand. Time? Okay. So again, appreciate everyone who joined the live stream tonight. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream.